Hello, good evening, good evening. Belated Merry Christmas to everybody. Oh gosh, let me just turn that off. I've got my chat running on my phone as well as here, so I don't miss any of you, but I don't need to hear myself coming from another location. It's like I'm haunting myself. I always miss somebody who makes a request or asks a question, and I feel awful afterwards. I think, because someone will say, "Oh, you never answered my question." I think, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see it." Because you know what I'm like about the dead air. I don't like the dead air, so I'm like scrolling and looking and scrolling and looking, and then I just move on if I think I've answered all of your questions. Anyway, right. I just need to cover my face on my phone because I don't want to see myself. It's really weird. Right, okay. Thank you so much for coming and welcome. And I thought, you know what? We're at the end of the year. I think it would be really nice to do a little live stream. And then tomorrow I'm going to premiere one final video of the year, and it is, as some of you might have expected, my Intel Lady outtakes. I'm quite surprised at how many I have this year. I was like, really? Did I balls up that much? Yes, I did. And so we've got it documented, and Rick has been very busy putting it together in a video, and I will premiere that for you all tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, because I have no life and I don't go out to celebrate New Year's Eve. I spend New Year's Eve pajamas, television, often cup of tea. I'm that much of an exciting human. So right. So that's that out of the way, and I just want to say hello and welcome to all of you. Hello to all the gems. I think we've almost got a full house of gems here, which is nice. And hi to everybody. Hi, Stephen. Hello, Rabbit. I'm so glad you could join us tonight. Hello to the K-Man. K-Man, whereabouts? He's written, hello, everyone from SWPA. Where's SW? Is PA, is that Pennsylvania? Is that right? Or am I totally wrong? Where's SW? I'm just interested. I'm just nosy. I'm just a nosy bitch. I just want to know. Who else is in? Chia Maria, evening to you, and thank you so much for joining. Well, I hope we get a few more hopping on as the night goes on. Hello, Grant St. Garden from Santa Cruz. Oh, very nice. So, and yeah, please do say where you are from as well when you jump into the chat. I love that. I just like to know. I just need to know. Right. It's miserable and raining here. So what else am I supposed to do other than entertain you all for a little bit and chat? And I thought I've been a bit disorganized this year. I'm going to throw in a few quiz questions as we go as well, because I thought, there's a few things that have gone on this year. I'm going to test your knowledge on some of the stuff I've done and also some of the stuff the grifters have been doing when it comes into my head. As usual, I've written nothing down, which is a bit silly. Hi, Peter. From Stourbridge. I think I knew where you were from, Peter, because we've discussed, haven't we? With my excellent Black Country accent. Lovely to see you all in. And yeah, how was your Christmas? I hope you all had a really good Christmas. It can all get a bit much, can't it, though? You know, I'm sort of quite looking forward to taking the tree down and the decorations down and stuff and getting my house back. That would be nice. Right, we've got a few more in. Hi, Pat Riot. What a great name. From Cannock. G. Polly Jordan. Hello from Indianapolis, Indiana. That's where my husband's from. Interesting. Not exactly there, but he's from Indiana. Susan Hamilton McBride. Hi, Will from Cold Beer Confessional told us about brilliant. Yeah, I occasionally get played on Will's show as Phil. I occasionally dress as Phil and jump on. So yes. Thank you, Will. I hope Will jumps in at some point. That would be nice to see him. Charles, hello. Another cold beer from the Cold Beer Gang. Welcome, Charles. It's so nice. And Stephen, yes, St. Albans, yes. Thank you, Ceci, very much. Ceci, you get to go first with your requests. Then, in that case, if you're super chatting, then you automatically get a request, and I will play that character for you. Oh, I think I've got an interruption coming in. There might be a drink on its way. Oh. He's moving very slowly, which means he's carrying a drink that he doesn't want to spill on my carpet, which is very important. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, really? Oh, bloody hell. Well, I better not drink that. Salted. Oh, my. Salted caramel. Espresso martini, anyone? Oh, God. Well, I'm going to have to take a bit of sip. Ooh. Woo! Oh, yes, well, that'll get the motor running, so to speak, as they say. Right, thank you. I might need water, though. You know, thank you. Yeah, a water chaser, because I don't like to perform drunk. Don't like to do that. I don't mind when I'm having little chit chats with everybody and we're just being a bit silly and you know, and you can ask me questions. I can get very loose-lipped when I've had a drink or two, though. I mean, you could ask me very personal questions. I might tell you. So, God, it's nice, but it's bloody strong. And this might look like a small glass. No, it doesn't look like a small glass on the screen. It looks as big as my face. That's because it is as big as my face. Are you all having a drink? I hope so. I don't like drinking alone. Right. Oh, heck. I need a tissue, actually, because that's dripping. Bring tissues when you come back, please. Right. I'm not organised. Okay. So, as I was saying, yes, thank you, Ceci. Anyone who super chats me or super thanks is what you do afterwards, isn't it? Super chats me, definitely gets a request, and I'll play, you know, whatever character within reason. So the reason why I haven't done as many videos, there's a story coming, bear with. The reason why I haven't done as many videos towards the end of the year is I had a bloody disaster in this room. So I'm in my workroom, and it was like an avalanche of shit that happened. I went from dealing with one problem to it turning into another problem to another, which resulted in my carpet having to be pulled up, the underlay having to be pulled up, a dehumidifier in, people going under the crawl space of my house to do essential work. So I haven't been able to get in this room to do anything. Hi, Kate. Thank you very much for joining. I'm getting the dulcet tones of Lyman when he gets serious. I know, I do go into Lyman sometimes. I do. And thank you. God, I'm running out of space. But thank you. Not an entire packet of tissues, which I've just flung on the floor very ungratefully. Okay, right. I have a bigger desk, but it's running. I'm seriously running out of space. I tried to put as many props out for different characters as possible so I could just easily grab stuff. But now I'm going to put that to the back. If there's a sudden noise and the screen goes and there's like a sound of a collapsing and me swearing like a docker, it means that the table couldn't take any more weight. And it's all gone horribly wrong. Anyhow, right, let me get a tissue out because I just need to wipe underneath the cocktail that I've just been handed. Holy moly. Let's lift that up. Let's get that sorted, because it's his fault, because as he was walking, didn't walk carefully enough, frankly, and he's dripped. Drip came and it formed an under the glass puddle. You've got to be careful with these things. Right. Okay, I'm ready. So that's why I haven't done as many videos. It was literally one thing after another. Suffice to say, the work in my house is still not complete. We're just waiting on a decorator now. We've had people plastering ceilings. Oh my God. Honestly, it's been one thing after another, but I'm here now. Hi, Rick. Big thank you to Rick for scrambling together. I do this to him at the end of every year. I go, I'm just going to send you a load of clips of me ballsing up my lines, and you're going to just put them together for me. He's like, oh, you've sent me loads of emails. Yeah, I did. Sorry. But yes, he's done a smashing job on tomorrow night's blooper reel. So thank you to Rick. And welcome everybody. Yay. It feels like it's been far too long since I did a live stream. And again, because of all of the nonsense and the drama in this room, I have not been able to get in here to do anything. In fact, one of my videos I had to film in a different room of my house, and it was all just a bit ridiculous. There's stuff in this room that shouldn't be here, and it's still a bit of a disaster area. So I'm going to have to go bit by bit through it, hopefully with help. I'm going to get some volunteers in because I can't cope with the cleanup, and I get overwhelmed with too much crap, and then I just sit in the room and go, well, I'm just not going to do it. I'm just going to shut the door. This is what I've been doing. I'm just going to shut the door. Just leave everything here because I can't face it. So perhaps when I've taken Christmas down in my house, then I'll get into here and actually start making this room what it needs to be instead of the junk. Oh my God, you know, life imitating art imitating life. This room is like Lyman's bric-a-brac shop. This is what it's like, Lyman's bric-a-brac shop room where he used to broadcast from, where interestingly, when I started parodying him after a while, he moved rooms, didn't he? He moved to a different room where it looks like there's like a shelf or a piano behind him, and there's a fan on it and loads of cat beds behind him now. But I think that's because we did a mock-up of his room, of the bric-a-brac shop, didn't we? Hi, Mark. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us tonight. Can you all make sure that you hit the like on your way in, even if you don't like the show? It's just an algorithm thing, and you can hit dislike if you want. It's an algorithm thing. It's just I need YouTube, because of what happened in this room. YouTube went, oh well, she's not making any videos at the moment, so we're just going to throw her into algorithm hell. And that's what happened. I was slung into algorithm hell. I'm still there. My channel, all the arrows are like wah, wah, pointing down, and it's really depressing to look at. So yeah, so the minute I can't do as much content, then you fall down this sort of weird algorithm rabbit hole that you can't get out of. And there's all you can do is just drink a cocktail and do a live stream. But anyway, I want to see you all because I've missed you all. I've missed doing live streams. Okay, so let's start with, oh, thank you, Caroline. Let's start with a question, as if we're doing a pub quiz, right? Pub quiz question. What is one of my new characters? Can you give me the name of the actual person my newest character is based on? What is that character's name? Can anyone? Fastest finger first, everyone. You don't win any prizes at all. It's just, we're just doing it for fun. Oh, Chia Maria is straight in there with Sky Prince. Right, second question. What's my character name? So I never give them their actual names, do I? I give them a slightly different name, and Oh, I think Rabbit got in there. Rabbit got in there, didn't he? Rabbit got in there and Ceci got in there. Yes. So I call her Sky Prince because it sounds the same when you say it. And yes. Oh, Maria got it. Oh, Maria got it as well. Well, Maria got it. Okay. Well done. Well, that was too much of an easy question. All right. I'll ask another question then. This is a grifter question. Fraudy. What what degree heat did Charlie Ward claim that he could play golf in and not even break a sweat? Can you remember the exact degrees heat that Fraudy claimed? None of you are right so far. How many degrees? Stephen Hall, straight in there. 40. It was 48 degree heat. Didn't even break a sweat. Yes, there you go. Well, then there's two pub quiz questions. I don't have any more in my head right now. If I can think of any more, Mark, he probably would have said 126 because he's Fraudy, so of course he would. Well done, Stephen Hall. Yes, Chimmery, he's like Prince Andrew. He doesn't sweat. Don't sweat. Funny story. I don't actually sweat. Imagine what possessed him to come out with that. It's brilliant. Oh God, to be a fly on the wall during that interview would have been amazing, wouldn't it? And I don't know how Mateless kept a straight face. I think I would have just laughed my head off if he'd said that to me. I wouldn't have been able to contain myself. Anyway, sorry, I was talking about Prince Andrew with that, not Fraudy, because yeah, I would laugh in his face as well. What a year it's been for the grifters. Amazing year for the grifters this year. Now they had quite a lot of big ideas, didn't they? And there was bust ups, there was cancellations, there was emergency trips to A&E, no med beds needed. There was a setup of a demonstration of a med bed that had to get suddenly cancelled at the last minute. Convenient, some might say. Just dreadful, others. Bad luck, others might say. Mark says, Phil G has brought like 12 properties in the last year for cat. Well, Phil G's grift is strong, isn't it? What's he doing, though, to make all that money? He's got some kind of MLM thing going on, hasn't he? Will knows. I have to ask Will. He must be doing some sort of MLM to be buying properties like that. Wish someone would flipping pay off our mortgage. I wish someone would help fix all the crap that's gone wrong in my house for the last 6 weeks. Honestly, you couldn't make up the kind of crap that's happened in this house. I'm like, okay, how much is that going to cost? Super chats, welcome, guys. Also, buymeacoffee.com/intel lady. Also appreciated. Who knows what's going wrong next? Right. Oh, well done, Caroline. Also got 48. Right. Okay. Shall we crack on then? Did Fraudy get a response from Charlie Boy when he pledged to not comply and tanked Sexton's credibility? I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I have no idea. Probably don't ask me. Yes, the K-Man, when it rains, it pours. It's absolutely true. For me this year, I'm just going to plug it again because it was a wild ride. I got to do my first ever, and probably last ever, stand-up, live stand-up, which was crazy and terrifying and brilliant fun at the same time. Interestingly, because I only received the footage from the first night when I played TI. The second night when I played, oh my God, I can't even remember the name of the character. What the hell? The woke one. What did I call her? What did I call her? Skylar. God, I've got two characters that sound exactly, it's almost the same names. Didn't realise that. Skylar. When I played Skylar the next night, I didn't get that footage, which is a bit of a shame. We did film it on my camcorder, but the sound's naff and the visuals are really grainy and it just looks a bit rubbish. So I didn't want to put it out from that. What a shame, because we watched Ricky Gervais's Armageddon on Netflix the other night, and there was a whole section in it that, you know, he was talking about how woke he is now, and how he goes down to Dover. And that was my stand-up. I'm not even joking, and I can only prove it if the people who watched it go, yeah, no, that was part of her stand-up. The whole flipping, it was taking the mickey out of super woke people do-gooding and virtue signaling about people and stuff. And I was watching him doing this whole thing and thinking, that was my stand-up. I did that as Skylar. So I was a bit like, obviously I did it very differently, completely differently to him. But the premise of what he was saying, I was like, oh God, that is so weird. Anyway, I just thought I'd put that in. But that was a huge thing for me, and a brilliant experience that I absolutely loved doing. And who would have imagined that TI, you know, entertained people live? It was good fun. Anyway, right. Bicky Peg. Who's requested Bicky Peg? Is that you, Ceci? Have I missed it? I need to go back through the comments. See, I thought I was being clever putting it on my phone as well, but it's made absolutely no bloody difference, does it? Because once I get chatting and waffling, I just miss everything that's going on. Oh, right. Okay. Maria says, my mum requests Bicky Peg. She's a redhead. Right. Well, should we get started with it then? Oh, Jay Freedom. Hi, Jen. Appreciate the love you've given me this year. Thank you so much and welcome. I hope you can stay. And thank you so much. I'm really glad that I've kept you amused this year, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? We have to laugh our way through the craziness that is the world that we now live in. Right. Okay. Peter, perhaps Ricky G watches for Intel. Well, he would have had to have gone there. I don't think I saw him. Right. If we could have Janine do a cut. Right. Okay. So what I will do then is I will do Bicky Peg, and then I will do Janine. Oh, hang on. It's talking about ads. No, I don't like that. YouTube have started doing this thing where they automatically put ads into live streams, and I don't know how to switch it off. So there you go. It's weird. Maybe you can't. I don't know. Hi, Mark. Thank you for joining. Right. It's going to be weird if I'm in the middle of doing something and then suddenly like an ad comes on. You'll be like, what? What's she doing? Right. Where is my Bicky Peg wig? And just get some props. Just talk amongst yourselves, folks. I thought I was being really, really organised and getting all of my wigs together. I'm worried about this cocktail. I'm going to have to move it. It's too close to the edge, and oh God, things nearly fell off the table. Right. Oh God, hair. There we go. Right. Okay. She's nearly arriving. Hold on. It's been a while since Bicky Peg's been out and about, hasn't it? The last time you saw her, she was grouting my bathroom, which was another disaster that happened. I'm not even joking. We worked it into the show. We actually worked it into the Confessions of a Driving Instructor. The whole house was chaos, and I'm like, well, let's just make it part of the show, and she can grout the bathroom. Someone else grouted my bathroom, by the way. I didn't do it. Wouldn't know what I was doing. Right. Hello, hello, everybody. It's Picky Peg here. Oh, do you know, it's so lovely to see you. I hope you all had a lovely and very peaceful, wonderful solstice. Lyman and I actually went out for the solstice, and he had me digging for trees. This part of our thing, we take the dogs, we do a slight bit of dogging, and then we dig up a tree and we bring it home for you. And then he stands there while I decorate it. It's a lovely tradition that I mostly take part in, and he stands and watches. But the white hats under the stairs loved it. They said it was very lovely and very British, because they're not British. They're actually American, and they're here to look after Lyman, to make sure that all of his wonderful intel, which is completely not made up at all, is carefully, selectively given out to members of our organisation. So it's very good. It's very good indeed. And well, we were very generous with the white hats under the stairs this Christmas, and we've had a lot of work done in the house. And Lyman said we should perhaps not have them living under the stairs. We should maybe build some sort of outbuilding for them, which we can insulate. We could put a few dog beds and cat beds down to make it warmer. So we did, and they're much more comfortable. I've got to say, they are more comfortable now. Lyman did mention that one or two of them might want to come dogging with us. I don't know if they'll fully participate, but I'm quite excited at the thought. Could be good fun. You never know. But I'm going to be doing a very special New Year's Divine Feminine Roundtable cleansing ceremony with Polenta Trixie. She's going to come along, and we're just going to sit there and just nod at each other and agree with each other about how beautiful the cosmic source of galactic intelligence is, and why it's important to love each other in every possible way, and that the animal kingdom are part of the new move towards New Earth in the 5D relevancy. And all of that stuff I don't really know, it's just words. But they're good words, and they mean something to the people who watch us, because they watch us like this. Yes. They don't know what we mean, but they just nod along. And that's what we do in our round tables as well. Some people come on and they're absolutely bonkers. They're completely mad, and we still nod. We nod. We do, and because it's all about being inclusive. That's the buzzword, isn't it? Lyman says it's a load of old nonsense and codswallop, and he'd rather just go driving on a motorway for no reason. And I said, well, do you know what? Whatever makes you happy, Lyman, and he says, well, he's a busy man, and he can't possibly be sitting through Divine Feminine roundtables. He's been on the phone to Kerry a lot lately, and giving her a lot of intel, and she just hangs off his every word. She believes it. She talks to that gentleman who's incarcerated for a crime he didn't commit, and she gets so much information from him as well. And so I think her and Lyman are probably going to write some sort of a book together. She's written a lot of books for a woman of her age. She's got quite a lot under her belt. She can do that. So anyway, I just wanted to wish you all a very happy new year. I hope you enjoyed Yule. We call it Yule. I don't know what we call it in 5D actually. Maybe like five Yule, or I don't know what we call it. I wonder if they do dogging in 5D. I don't know. I think I need to ask Lyman about that. He would know. He'd probably say yes, I would imagine. Anyway, I am so grateful for all of the Divine Feminine roundtables you've sat through for the last year. I know some of you nod off, but that's okay. And as Polenta Trixie would say, That's what the body needs. Obviously, if you sit in my Divine Feminine Roundtable and you just start nodding off because we're, banging on about this, that, and the other, that's fine, because you're taking in that information in a subconscious way, which is beautiful. It's lovely. Anyway, I better go because Lyman's on the warpath. Not happy about something. I think one of the cats has had an accident on his keyboard again. Oh God, he's honking. I've got to go. Oh God, he's getting very cross now. Better go. Bye. Just like that, like magic. Right. Rotty honkers. Honestly. She can't go from one room to another without those honkers going off. Right. Hello, I Hate It Here, season 2. Wonder who that might be. Lovely to see you. Please do stay and make a request if you wish to see a character that you like. Do make a request. Right. What have I missed? What have I missed? Let me go back. She's a bit highly strung, is Bicky Peg, isn't she? She's a bit wild. I bet she's really good fun when she's had a few cocktails. Speaking of cocktails, I'm going to have to drink this really slowly. Really slowly, because that's quite strong. I don't know if you put actual coffee in it. It's very strong. That'll keep me wired for the night. Right, okay. Second request was from Ceci. Thank you, Ceci. And she wanted the delight that is our Janice. And we all know what happens when Janice enters the building, or before she enters the building. It takes a bit of prep, folks. So, bloody talk amongst yourselves again. Right. I've got to cut, because you voted, folks, and it appears that you want the nails to remain, which means that I take half an hour putting false nails on. Yeah, T.I. has given birth. I am delighted to inform you that the baby was born. I'm not going to divulge what date that the baby was born, because I don't want to, expose the paperwork. Give me the information about her. She'll come in later if you wish. She'll make an appearance. Yeah, exactly, Mark. Janice ain't Janice without claws. It's just she can't pick up any cards. I can't pick up any cards. It's not possible. I just end up chasing them around a table. It's no, just no. But oh God, see, I can't even put the other nails on very easily or quickly. Nearly there, folks. Bear with. Trying to knock my drink off the table. Okay. Oh, hello. This is Janice. This is Tarot by Janice. I'm Janice. And today I'm going to be taking some pertinent questions from my beautiful spiritual audience that loves to pay me $111 for Tarot 1 courses. And if you want to do the Tarot 2, it is $222. That's $222. Because that ensures that the goodness and the knowledge in the cards reaches your brain, from my brain to your brain. Okay. So I'm looking for some of the most spiritually minded people to come into the chat and to present a question that only the parrots can provide an adequate answer for. So the first thing that we need to do, you all know, we're going to do it. You bet. We're going to do this. Here we go. We're going to bring in those parrots. Let's just breathe in that parrot energy. Here we go. Just bringing those parrots in. Just feel them swooping in. Just swooping in. Opening up their beautiful spiritual parody wings. Just bringing in. Just bringing in that beautiful energy. Here we go. I'm feeling it. Are you feeling the parrots coming in, coming through, coming in? Here we go. And they're here. Okay, great. Okay, so here we go. Somebody is asking, Chia Maria, what a beautiful name. It reminds me of a drink. Janice, what date did T.I. give birth to her baby? That's T. I get a little excited when I see the letter T. You know why? It's the Mr. T. Is T.I. hang on a minute. Let me just feel this. I'm getting a connection to Mr. T here with T.I. I think that's what the T is standing for. That is what my parents are very accurate, and that is what they're saying, that the T stands for Mr. T. And we all know who Mr. T is, right? You know who I'm talking about. Mr. T. Okay. So when did T.I. give birth to her baby? Okay. Parrots are coming in. They're squawking October. I'm getting October. And they're very accurate. They never get dates wrong. I'm getting October. Yeah. And it was a beautiful moment. And the baby is a beautiful baby. That's what I only get accurate messages. I'm only getting the accuracy here from the beautiful parrots. And they are definitely here. They're definitely working with me. Okay. Stephen says, is Trump playing? We don't say the word. We don't say the name here. We only use the code. Stephen, we use the code. We're just using the code. You bet. Is Mr. Tur playing golf? This is an excellent and pertinent question, and it's on everybody's minds. Is Mr. T playing golf? Okay. First of all, in order to connect with that beautiful Trump energy, I need you to all take a deep breath and just breathe in the Trump. Just breathe in that Trump energy. Just breathe it in. Allow it in through the nostrils and up into the mind. Just breathing in that Trump energy. It's beautiful, beautiful. I'm getting clubs. I'm getting a ball. I see a ball. It's a beautiful white ball. I'm seeing sand. I'm seeing sand dunes here. I'm feeling, I am definitely connecting here with Mr. T, and yet the answer to the question is a resounding yes, he's playing golf. Absolutely, definitely. It's totally happening. Did somebody ask whether Mr. T was the father of the T.I. baby? Let's just, the parrots are shrieking and squawking at me. No. They're screaming, no, Mr. T is a good grief. Like, yeah, you bet. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling it. He says, Mr. T is a good man, and he would never have babies with anyone other than his good lady wife. And that is slander, and that he would see you in court. He won't see you in court, but if that were to be said to him, then that may happen. This is just what the parrots are relaying to me. This is just what the parrots are saying. It's just what the parrots are saying. That is all. That is all. Okay. So no, the father of the child is not Mr. T. Okay. Okay. Okay, Ceci is coming in with another really important spiritual question here, is asking all about what she should have for lunch tomorrow. So let's just pull that parrot energy. What is a spiritual lunch for Ceci to have? I'm getting beans. I'm getting beans on toast. I'm getting a bean. I'm getting the shape of a bean here. It's a bean shape. It's a bean shape, and it's on toast. I'm getting beans on toast. Okay, okay. So I'm not. When are the bin men coming this week? Last question, Ceci. Well, it's that in-between stage. It's that in-between stage, and to be honest, the parrots are confused. They don't know what day it is. They don't know when the bins are going out. They don't know when the bins are coming back. They don't know if it's recycling week or it is a black bin landfill week. If the parrots are confused, Ceci, then in all honesty, I can't tell you the answer to that. I would just suggest you eat your beans on toast and watch the neighbors. Just watch what the neighbors are doing. That's what the parrots are screeching and squawking right now. They're squawking, and I don't know if that's how a parrot would sound, but they're squawking neighbors. So I would just suggest that you ask them, or just twitch those curtains and look. And then if that's what they're doing, then you do it as well. Okay, great. So just before I go, I'm not taking any more questions now because those questions were intense. They were intense. And it exhausts me. It exhausts me when I have that level of intensity with the questions. They're too pertinent. They're too pertinent. What I'm going to say is, if you do decide to sign up for my Tarot 1 or Tarot 2 courses, you will get this beautiful, we had this discussion before, is it a goose or is it a duck? I couldn't get any parrots, but this is a magical, I'm thinking goose. I'm thinking it's a goose. A magical goose with each purchase of the Tarot 1 or the Tarot 2 courses. Okay, so you get a lot. You get a lot for your 111 or your 222. You don't just get the course. You also get a magical goose. Magical goose. I can't say further than that. I will see you all soon. I'm going to be coming in with a predictions. I've been requested to do a predictions 2024 video, and I'm going to be doing that with the help of my cards, and maybe the goose. Who knows? The goose might help, and also the parrots. You know, the parrots are going to come in, and together we will produce the most incredible predictions for 2024. I'll give you a hint. It's going to be heavily featuring Mr. T. Okay. So now we just need to release those beautiful parrots. Let's just release those parrots. Just let them go. Just let them go. Just allow those beautiful parrots just to float off into the beautiful 5D world of parroting. And just take a nice deep breath in. And release. Thank you. And that's what it's all about. Do you know these get really sweaty? I don't know what. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible material. Sweaty fingertips. Gross. Right. Just FYI, I think it's worth it just to get the magical duck goose. Just sign up for those courses. You know, you get a course on a goose. Can't say fairer than that. They work hard. Right. Have we got anyone else sneaking in? Hi, Atsuko. Thank you for coming. Nice to see you. Sonjak59. Do we get 2 ducks gooses if we take a tarot? Yes. I don't know. I think that's too much. I think that's too generous. You just get the one, and you're grateful for the one. Okay. Hi, Michael. Right. We're on a roll now with the requests. So yes, go ahead. You can ask me questions and stuff as well. We can actually chat. I haven't thought of any quiz questions to to come at you with. I need to think back to my characters this year and try and remember. TikTok news before I move on. Weird. So my highest viewed video, which went up this spring, I guess, has almost 1 million views now, and they still to this day think that I'm an actual Just Stop Oil protester that got their foot run over. Nearly 1 million views on, and they're still making comments going, yeah, you deserved it. Brilliant. So yes, but yeah, I've had like over 2 million views on TikTok now. It's weird. I don't really care. I'd care if it was here. If I got over 2 million views here, I'd be delighted. But yeah, TikTok's a bit. Don't have the community. Don't have you lot, because you lot are brilliant, and I like entertaining you. Right. Hi, Roger. Mark says, which 2 truthers divorced this year? Ooh. Oh, hang on. There's an ad thing coming. Let me just skip that. I don't like it. Stop trying to put ads in. Tell me, Mark, which 2 truthers divorced this year? I don't know. Do some truthers get who? Tell me. I didn't know there was any truthers that were married to other truthers. I don't know. Right. Sorry, I'm just spinning back now. I'm zoning out because I'm going into the comments. Let me just spin back. Tia Maria's going for the gematria. Gematria cracks me up. Question: would Mr. T? This is Rabbit. Oh, Rabbit, I'm sorry, I've missed you, darling. Would Mr. T beat Fraudy over 18 holes in 48-degree heat? That is definitely a question for the parrots, isn't it? I would imagine that the parrots would have come back with a resounding, squawking yes to that. Yeah, I reckon. I reckon so. I mean, you know, in her world, Mr. T is king, isn't he? So I think she's fallen out with Fraudy now. She doesn't go on with Fraudy anymore. I miss Fraudy. I've got to say, I do miss Fraudy a bit. I'm going to have to go and have a listen to whatever nonsense he's talking at the moment. Oh, yes, David Wilcock and Elizabeth. Yeah, but that wasn't, I don't think that was this year, though. I think that was the year before, wasn't it? Because she realised that he's put all their money into that con artist that was going to build him a hover car. You do realise we should have hover cars. We should have David Wilcock hover cars by now. And they took a lot of money from donations specifically for that, and then nothing happened. Big grift. I'm very surprised, actually, he's not been done for consumer fraud. No, your room's not ready. It needs to be painted. Anyway. Right. Okay, I think I have got some. Simon Parks, why is he hiding lately? that's a very good question. Ooh, I've got some gossip. I've got some gossip to share. Okay. So I have got, and I'm not even, this is no word of a lie. I've done it. I have achieved greatness. I am Intel Lady after all. I have, drum roll, brrr, an insider. Ta-da! Not me. No, I would never do that. I would never do that. I don't want to give the game away. I have got myself a CC insider. I have had this insider record one of their Zoom meetings. Oh my God. It's worse than you think. It's worse than you think. There's a lot of very, I'll just be straight, unhinged people involved in their organization, put it that way. The things they believe, and I mean, they are true believers. They are hardcore. They hang off their every bit of intel that they share, and then they all share intel with each other in the chat. Like I've seen the chat groups that they have, like a chat group and stuff. Yeah, very interesting. And they don't seem to realize that they're just being strung along. He has taken a back seat and gone almost into hiding because I think too many people are exposing him for being the total fraudster that he is, the complete liar. And he's starting to also go back to his original grift. He started to do the rounds again in an almost UFO conferencey kind of a way, but not quite. They're calling it some sort of awaken aware. So he's been doing these awaken aware tours, and he's going back to the reptilian grift, the whole, inner earth beings and outer earth beings and blah de blah. He's doing all of that again. So it's you didn't hear much of the white hats and Trump stuff. I don't know if he's just slowing down so that in 2024 he can go full speed ahead with the full on 17, with the full on, woo, woo, woo. Maybe he's just biding his time, and then he's going to go all hell for leather with that election year. I mean, we've got a hell of a 2024, haven't we, coming up? It's election year here. It's election year in the States. Is it election in France as well? Is that yet? I don't know. But there's rumbles everywhere, and there's going to be a lot of big changes coming. And I'm here for it because that they're all going to come out with the absolute best tip-top claptrap you've ever heard in your life. And I want a front row seat. Now I've got an insider in the in the cult organization. I'm looking forward to getting more intel, and it's accurate intel because it's intel of the bollocks. It's bollocks tell. It's bollocks tell. We don't know, what garbage they're going to say, but I'm going to hear it firsthand. It's great. It's great. They're crazy. They are crazy. Okay, right. I'm just scooting back a little bit. Right. Okay. J Freedom. Janice, you're so wise. She is wise, isn't she? She is wise. I mean, she goes for those difficult questions, doesn't she, as well? She doesn't, she doesn't skirt around lighthearted, vague stuff. She really gets in there, doesn't she? And, gets those answers that everyone's just itching to hear. Right. No. I've touched something and it's bringing stuff up. No, don't do that. Go away. Go away. If I've just put you in timeout, I didn't do it on purpose. And I don't even know who I put in timeout. Oh, dear. Right. Right. Okay, where are we? Hi, Ins. Insval. I'm sorry if I pronounced that in a really stupid way, by the way. Because has anyone here actually read the Law of War manual? The Law of War? No. No. Sounds a bit too serious for me, darling. Right. I'm not sure any of the grifters will have read that either. Right. Who was the next request? I'm so sorry. I got caught up talking about stuff. Jen, ask Will about Charlie's secret Rumble channel. He posts all his lives there. Does he? Ooh, thank you, Mark. Right. Oh, I'm going to have to find that. That's brilliant. Yeah, because I just miss him. He comes out with so much nonsense. I actually really miss him. Right. Okay. Yes, Rabbit, CC Finland is great, and they post his Shitey Networks stuff. They do. Right, Jay Frieden wants GBT. Oh heck, we've not had GBT for a while, have we? Where's my pen? Right, hold on. Don't know where any pen is. I can't talk without a pen. Oh God, it's right over there. Have I got one closer? No, I don't have one closer. Hang on. Hold on. I'm crawling under stuff here. Oh God. I'm too old to be doing that. Oh dear no. Here we go. This wig has got its own postcode. It's absolutely wrecked. Oh, hello. Right, okay. Look, I know you've not seen us for a while. Okay. There's a reason for that. A lot's going on. You knew full well I like to insert myself into other people's business, right? Because I do really important things. I say important things with important people, right? I can't say who they are, right? I can't give away stuff because it's like confidentiality, GDPR or whatever. I can't say nothing. But I can say that I've been doing some really important work. A lot of work has involved me driving around in my car and making the odd video for me Telegram and talking to me Telegram followers and all that. But I've also inserted myself into other people's court cases when it's involved the mill children, you know, the little people, right? Because it's important, even if it's like something completely irrelevant to what I'm talking about. If it's got a child in it, I want to know. I need to know, because these people are sick. They really are. I don't know which people, but just the people, right? I have been doing a few raids. I've on the down low. I've got to keep it on the down low because I can't be telling nobody about it, because we don't want to blow our cover, do we? We don't want to blow the cover. So that's why I don't advertise it as much as I used to. But I'm still doing it. I've still got me Marines coming with us. And we're close. We're a close-knit team. And, you know, sometimes I just need to give them a look. I just need to look at them and they know what the instruction is. That's how joined at the mines we are. We're like mines melding. And then we get in them tunnels and we get them out. I love my Marines very much. Special ops. And they can get in those male children tunnels in no time, in and out, get them on the med beds. And then, you know, we've saved lives. Mr. Trump, I'm allowed to tell you this because he has given me permission, obviously, with the election coming up next year. I'm not dealing with the UK election. I know it's weird that somebody from the UK is inserting herself into the US election. And some would say that wasn't legal and that, you know, we don't know nothing about the US elections. And I'll just say, you don't know who I work for, okay? You don't know who I work for. You don't know me bosses, right? And you don't know why I do what I do. You just have to trust that I'm doing it for the grace of good and that I'm a good person, right? So I am going to be working with Mr. Trump, right? And I'm drumming up support for him here. And for those saying, well, no one here can vote for him, you don't know. There's a lot of Americans here, and I'm going to insert myself into groups of Americans. If I hear an American accent down the pub, I'm going to sit with them and I'm going to talk to them about the importance of voting for Trump. So don't think for 1 minute that I'm doing that off my own back, okay? I have been instructed by Mr. Trump to do it, and I'm gonna take my instruction very seriously, okay? So you needn't say that it's all nonsense, because I know what's going on. I've rescued numerous children in 2023. I just can't tell you who, where, why, what's going on, and nothing. You're just gonna have to trust that that's exactly what I'm doing, okay? I won't be making videos in my car for no reason, right? Okay, so just calm yourself down. I'm going to go now because I've got an early morning raid. I know you're not supposed to say, you know, when you're doing an early morning raid, but you don't know where the raid is or why I'm doing it. But I will be telling you after what's going on. So I'm going to see you all later. And don't forget, Trump 2024, right? I'm his right-hand woman. And he said, you're the Claire, you are the one, there's no one better than you, Claire. Of all the Claires I've ever met in my life, you're the best Claire of all the Claires. So you're the one I want. That's exactly what he said. And he said, you know, none of this, what's going on right now, would have ever happened if I was president. He said that. He said that. And he said, you were the best. You're the best for the job. No one does it better. Okay. So just so you know. In fact, he wrote me a Christmas card with those words on it. You're the best Claire of all the Claires I've ever met in my life. So there you go. It's written there. And I don't need to prove it to nobody. So I'm off now. I'll see you later. See you later. Bye. See you later. She's not Claire without a pen, is she really? Right. You're the best Claire. Of all the Claires I've ever met in my life, there's nobody better. Oh, God. I can't wait for 2024. It's going to be great. It's going to be brilliant, isn't it? It's going to be great. All right. Suko. Is Kerry Cassidy around? She is. She is, darling. Just one moment. No, I'm having to hold this with two hands. Kerry, you say? I was like, where is that wig? Hang on. Hold on. Here she is. Okay, all right. Hello. Oh God. Look, I'll be really straight with you. I am exhausted. I have just spent the best part of 2023 on Awake and Aware, an Awake and Aware tour, because I am the most awake and aware. You look at my face and you see awake and aware. There's nothing more awake and aware than me, you know. And I'm going to be honest with you. I have had to share a stage with some really stupid people, with some idiots, you know, with some people who are neither awake or aware. And I know that because there are many people who I admire and appreciate. like the incredible Juan 7, who is not only awake, but also aware. And I know that he is because I run everybody by Captain Mark Richards, incarcerated for a crime that didn't come out. And I know that Captain Mark Richards, incarcerated for a crime that didn't come out, thinks that Juan 7 is literally the most honest person that could possibly exist. And he's also JFK and JFK Jr. And for those who say, no, he's not, he's a con artist. And if Captain Mark Richards, incarcerated for a crime I don't commit, says that somebody is legit, then you listen. And I would know. I've been a journalist, an independent journalist, for 648 years. You have to learn to use your wits. You have to keep your wits about you when you have been a journalist, an independent journalist, for as long as I have. And I have been. I've written books. I wrote a book about Captain Mark Richards, incarcerated for a crime he didn't commit. And it sold a lot of books. And people believed it. And I wrote that book. I couldn't even bring a pen into the prison. I couldn't bring a dictaphone into the... I got a shakedown, which I enjoyed every time I went to the prison. And so I kept going. And I would have to run out of the prison and sit in my car and then get a pen, because a journalist like me knows how to use a pen. I know how to use a pen. And I would have to quickly write shorthand, and then I'd get home and not be able to understand a damn thing that I wrote. So I would have to go into like a meditation and remember words and pictures of what his face looked like when he said things of significance about, the Galactic Federation of Light, and, who was reincarnated as who. And although it does sound like a crazy Scientology story, that it isn't. It's totally unique. And I know unique because I am unique. I'm independent and I am unique. And I know that everything he's saying, especially about Captain Mark Richards, incarcerated, everything that he says is real and true. I know real and true. So you can imagine when I have been on stage at the Awake and Aware events that it's hard to stay awake and aware with some of these people. I mean, there was one person who went on after me. I mean, I don't know why he was billed above me, but he was billed above me. And I could not understand anything he was saying, to the point where I zoned out. And I couldn't stay awake or aware. I can't even tell you what he said. It was so boring. But you know who wasn't boring? Was Simon Parkes. That man is far from boring. He has met every reptilian. He has met every mantis. He has his finger on the pulse of what is going on galactically, politically. He's au fait with dogging. I don't understand what that is, but he says it's a very spiritual practice. I've never heard of it, but apparently it's good. In fact, he invited me to go next time, and I said that I would think about it and I would bring a pen and write it all down afterwards. And he said, okay. So I probably will. He said it makes you more awake and aware. So if that's what it takes to make me awake and aware, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Okay, all right, okay. So, yeah, so awake and aware. And he made me awake. I'm going to say, at first, I didn't trust him. He said something about a tie. That was back in the day. And after a while, when he realized that I was a tough nut to crack and that, I don't play those games, he realized they had to use a different tack. And we worked together to put out the intel that is so important at the moment. I have an insider who, I'm not going to say which country he is in at the moment. All I'll say is that he lives in a tunnel with Sasquatch. And he gets a lot of his intel from Sasquatch, and I believe him. Because when you have been as independent or journalist as I have been for the independent years of 656 years, you know when somebody is telling you the truth, their truth. And I felt their truth. And I know he knows Sasquatch. I can feel it. I also asked Captain Mark Richards, and he said that he definitely lived in a tunnel with Sasquatch because he saw him when he left his prison cell and got in his ship and went to do his galactic business. And then when they did a sweep around, he went over where the tunnel is and he saw Sasquatch and my informant, you know. So, and then he went back to prison. And then his ship flew him back into prison, and he continues to see out his days in prison, even though he's a galactic traveler. This is absolutely the most plausible thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I wrote a book about it. I wrote a book. So all I'm going to say is I'm awake. I'm aware. You're not. You're not even slightly awake and aware. You should do better. You should do better. Because what is going to happen is I'm going to go with Captain Mark Richards and to 5D. I'm going to go with Lyman after with our dogging spiritual experience together. And maybe even his wife, Vicky Peg. You know, we're going to 5D. I don't think you take it seriously enough. I don't think you will go. I'm just putting it out there. I don't think you'll go. Okay. All right. Okay. And so this is your reality, and your reality sucks, and you suck. And buy my book, because my books are great. Or I'll say it later. That week is really hot. Right. Have some water. Right. Hello, Richard Crawley. Thank God for the intel lady, for she is the only one to help us through this. She's serious about everything. Yes, I am. She was a bit chipper today, wasn't she? Dogging to wake up. That could be a new thing, couldn't it? Dog to wake. Right. Where I'm sorry, I'm just going back a bit. Hi, Mary Williamson. Oh, thank you so much, Mary Williamson. You sent a super chat. Thank you so much. How lovely. Mary, you do get to make a request if I haven't done them already. Tolkien study. Hello. Turns out Sasquatch was the name of a renegade trucker named Lewis. Could be. Anything's possible, right? Hi, Sandy. God, I did go a bit Canadian at one point. I don't know why Kerry decided she was slightly Canadian at one point. It was a bit weird. I think it's because it was too close to Janice. I needed a wider gap between Janice and anyone, frankly. I think that's just in general terms. There should always be a wide gap between Janice and any other human. And Happy New Year to you, Mary. Right. Oh, Michael, thank you so much. Perfect Carrie Cassidy. Thank you. Well, until she went Canadian. Thank you, Michael, very much. That is much appreciated. Richard Crawley. I need wine. I've been made an espresso martini cocktail, and it's so flipping strong I can't drink it. So I need wine. Oh, I've got a rather nice bottle of Gewürztraminer in the fridge. Oh, it's my favorite white wine, Gewürztraminer. I had to pick the most ridiculously long-winded name for a wine to like, but anyway. Right. Kerry just gets more and more pissed off, doesn't she, as she gets on a bit, even when she's on a tour, which you'd think she'd be happy about, with her favourite people, her favourite grifters. She's miserable, bloody miserable, isn't she? Kerry has a new contract as the face of Red Bull drink. All of the caffeinated drinks are available. I hate Red Bull. Oh, it makes me heave. She's a mumbler, isn't she? Sorry, I've just seen that name. Hi, Stiff Richard. Oh dear, I'm so childish. Things like that amuse me. Right. Yes, Mark, she is still miserable. She's always miserable. She's absolute bloody misery guts, isn't she? I'd love Kerry to have some eel pies with Simon. Well, he's slippery, isn't he? He probably would. Dogging and pie. Oh God, that's horrible. Right, where are we? I wish honestly that we could clone Intel Lady. You don't. You absolutely don't. I would just annoy everybody even more. Kate Webster, thank you so much for the super chat. I've missed this so much. I have a bit of grippy gloves. Simon, please, when you had your wine. Yes, we've got to bring Simon in, haven't we? Simon. Lyman. Lyman. I don't know who Simon is. I only know Lyman. Okay. Right. Okay. I've got the grippy gloves. I had to go searching for the grippy gloves because these are my son's grippy gloves. Bless him. I bought these for him and he's hardly worn them because I've stolen them. But these are his grippy gloves and he actually used them. And so they were washed and put away somewhere. So I had to go running looking for grippies. Hi, Maz. Lovely to see you. Need to catch up. Right. Where's the jumper? Where's that? Oh gosh, it's right next to me. I'm not even drunk, you know. I'm just a bit. I'm overheating. Can you turn the central heating off, please? It's boiling in here. I said it upwards as if I was saying it to God. Turn the central heating. Archangel Michael, please turn my central heating off. It's too bloody hot, and it's also too expensive. So get that heating off. Can't afford it. We can't afford the bills. Oh dear. Oh God, it's brilliant. I'm burning. I'm pale like a ghost. But if you saw me in person without the lights flashing my face, you would see that I've got a flush on. And it's not the alcohol either. I've not had enough. I wasn't asking Alexa. I don't have one of those in this room, thank God. Oh, it would cause so much trouble. That was a bit silly. Put those down there. Right, okay. Hello there. First of all, I'd just like to say, can I just wish you all a very seasonal, happy seasonal? I can't say, can't say all of the holidays, obviously, but from a spiritual perspective, it's about Yule, isn't it? I had Vicky Peg go out and cut down a tree. We did some spiritual Yule dogging, and then I had her cut down a tree, bring it in, and then just watched while she sawed the bottom of it and planted it. I just gave her instructions and directions what she needed to do, And then she decorated it beautifully. She did well. I mean, there was a few bits that I wouldn't have put in. She was sweating a bit by the end of it, but it was worth it because she did a good job. And I said, do you know what? I might let you on the med bed later. Might do. Not sure. Maybe I will. And so that's what happened. And that's how we celebrated the seasonal year. Oh, Bicky Peg's just come in with something. I don't know what. It looks like some sort of ritual. I'm not dipping my tie in that, I'll tell you that. What is it? What could this be? That's good sweet sherry. Right, well, she's hitting me with the hard stuff. Probably because she could hear me praising her to the hilt about what a great job she did with the Yule tree. Anyway, right. So I hope that you had a great Yule, or because I'm back on the spiritual train now. I'm a bit bored of being criticised about all of my political predictions being wrong. A bit bored of that now. So we're just going back to the alien abduction spiritual stuff, and she's doing all of those wretched divine feminine roundtables. Oh God, they'd go on. It's a bunch of menopausal women just rabbiting on about spiritual garbage. I can't be bothered. So I go out with the dogs, sometimes just chase the cats around the garden. They're like that. Just anything to get away from them, really. Oh dear. Anyway, good news about the med beds. I know you're itching to hear it. And Mary's straight in there. Hello, Mary. Hello to you, girl. Little flirt, asking me about the med beds. Know what you're after, Mary, and I'm going to give you something that you want. Well, then you might want it. So here's the official medbed flyers. You've seen these before. This is an exact replica of the medbeds that we're going to be shoving you all in, and they are free to use once you've made a few payments. This is one of the nurses that works. Can you see her? Is that what you look like, Mary? I really hope you do, girl. I'm getting a feeling, Mary. Getting a feeling. Not that kind of feeling. Earlier when I was dogging, but not now. She is going to be operating the med bed here. She's going to be doing that. She is a woman of many talents, as you can imagine. She's a nurse of many talents, and she can do a lot of things. She's also really good at diffusing neutron bombs. She can diffuse those, especially when they've been inserted into sheep in Wales. Woman of many talents. You wouldn't expect it, but she can. Now, she is talented. She's got it all going on, as they say. That's what they say. I've sent her numerous ties, and she's not obliged me yet, but I think she will. She's flirting. She's holding out. Don't tell Bicky Peg. Don't tell her. Never say anything, Mary. Just keep it between us. Anyway, there's the website you can go to log on and pay a fee so that you can use one of these bad boys from this bad girl. I call her a bad girl. I think she's quite good. Quite good. That's what I've heard anyway. And there you go. And as the slogan, I think the slogan's great. Use your head or book a med bed, not a deathbed. I think it's snappy. It works. I know we've got. I'm saying coordinators first. So if you happen to, I know we've got a coordinator in the chat tonight. We've got a CCCC. Coordinator for Cornwall of Connecting Con Artists, Rabbit. He's allowed because he works his tail off for my cult organization, and he deserves the full treatment. There you go, full treatment. He assures me he's a beta, and that he's going to keep his hands to himself within the medbed. I believe him, and so I'm allowing it. Rabbit, you're only getting 30 minutes though. You've worked damn hard for the past year. but I'm not giving you more than 30. That's all. That's all I can do. All I can do. Right. Now, the white hats under the stairs are giving me a lot of intel, to the point where I felt that keeping them under the stairs wasn't practical or productive in any way. So we built them an outhouse, not like the original, you know, like the old school outhouses, like a latrine, or none of that. An actual house that's outside, made of wood. We've insulated it with cat and dog beds, and they're quite happy in there. They said it's really luxurious. They did ask if they could have a go on the med bed. I've said no. I won't even let Vicky Peg on, to be honest. I don't trust her with it, and she doesn't quite work hard enough to earn her time there. That's what the higher ups, the good guys, the white hats, tell me to say. So I'm just following orders. My God, that's hitting the spot. Right, okay. Right, where are we? What else do I have to tell you? Oh yes. We've detected a mole. Not the sort of mole that lives, you know, in various fields and just causes havoc in that sense. I mean a sisu mole. There is somebody that is become a full insider, which I'm very upset about, because I have insiders. Fraudy has insiders. I don't like this when the insiders are used against me. That's not okay. So no, it's not a mole. It's not a mole child. Rabbit for a coordinator. I'm disappointed with that question. No, I mean that there's a spy in our midst. I mean that there is somebody who has signed up to my organization, who goes to the meetings and is giving information back to that little upstart intel lady, and she's rubbing her hands together because she's getting a lot of material. Now, I don't think that that's okay. And we're using the quantum computer. We are using the quantum computer to track her down, and to remove the mole. We know, in fact, we know who it is. We know exactly who it is. We know her name. We know where she lives. We know we've got it all, as they say. As they say, we have it all. Remember that. Best Christmas present I ever got from General Flynn. Love him. Love him so much. He called me the other day. He said, "Can't wait to work with you in 2024 on the campaign." I said, "Thank you. I am proud to be involved. Thank you." I know I shouldn't tell you that, but I'm just giving you a little snippet of something. Right. I'm still merching. You'll be delighted to hear that I am still merching. I'm merching hard now. And all of the funds from the merching, I'm going to send to Mr. Trump's campaign as a gift, because you're allowed to do that when you live in a foreign country. You're completely allowed to do that. So we've got the dark to light. That's still going strong. And we've got Rabbit's favorite as well. I mean, there's nothing Rabbit recommends more than the faux shield. This bad boy makes everything okay. The faux shield is where it's at. That's a direct quote from Rabbit. The faux shield is where it's at. He whacks these into his pockets. He buys them for his friends and family. He's got one in his motor car, in his motor vehicle. And it helps him when he has to go motorway. If he's got one of these bad boys in his car, he gets from A to B in no time at all. Also uses them as drinks coasters, puts them by his credit cards for good luck. Complex matrix of materials. Can't say what any of them are. They're too complex to say. But they do the job. They get the job done. And that's why they sell like hotcakes. Faux shield. Can't say any more than that, really, can I? Okay. Right. Okay. So, those of you asking about Fraudy, we are still besties. We're like this. We're tight. We are tight. But we have been instructed by the White Hats, the good guys, to go our separate ways. And just to he gives his good intel, and I concentrate on the spiritual grip, the spiritual information that you all need to know about. That's how it works, and it works well. Will me and Fraudy get together again in person and go to a Christmas party like we have for the past few years? Maybe. But I'm lying low. I've been instructed by the White Hats in the outbuilding to lay low for now. So we'll just have to see what happens. We'll just have to see. Anyway, thank you for your festive well wishes, and 2024 is going to be an incredible year. There's so much going on. I've had to sign 6 NDAs. I can't tell you anything that's coming because the White Hats, good guys, higher ups, will not allow me to give you any intel because it could be the difference between winning and losing, and that's all I'm allowed to say. I can't say any more. Right. Don't forget also the incredible Patriot honker. There's no time better than 2024 to get yourself a Patriot honker. This separates the wheat from the chaff. You will know if you are dealing with a Democrat. If you are walking down the street and there is someone coming towards you and you're not sure, give them a honk. If they recoil in horror, they're probably a Democrat voter and a Satanist. Do not go near them. Do not approach. Use the honker wisely. If you've got a bicky peg like I have, you can just honker into the room if you need. So I need a drink, I need a light snack, put the mince pies in the oven, anything like that. Honker, Patriot honker, 17% off. See what I did there? For a limited time only. Promo code Squeeze Lyman's honker, and you'll get that 17% off. Thank you so much, and I will see you for the magic that's going to be an Awake and Aware 2024. Right? Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. I think that's more than enough Lyman for one night. Right. Okay. Let me just spin back through the chat. Right. Oh, someone's mentioned it. Oh, what about TI? Right, let me have a swig of sherry. This is like really, I'm glad it's in a very small little goblet. I love that word, goblet. It's a goblet. I'm very, very pleased it's in a very small one because it is like syrup. It's like drinking syrup. It is really, really good quality sweet sherry, but I feel like a proper old lady when I drink this for medicinal purposes, of course. Old lady sherry drinker. I don't even care. Yeah. TI. Where's my TI wig? How many characters? Is anyone keeping count of the characters? Do you know any Ismail Perez? Right. Michael, I have been told about this person. Do they work with Janice? Yeah. Do they work with her? Because I think I would like to cover them because I think I might have seen some crazy stuff that they've said, and they are almost as bad as her. I don't know if you can get as bad as Janine, but Right. Oh, hi, it's targeted individual here. Listen, right? Oh, my days, I tell you what, it has been an incredible week in my life. You wouldn't believe it. Last time I talked to you all, I was heavily preggers with my druid baby. Well, I told you I had this feeling in my water because Archangel Michael told me, hold on, I just got to turn these ads off. Can't have that. I can't have that. It's gone off now, right? I had a feeling in my water that I was going to give birth on the solstice, and I was going to call it, because it's a druid baby, I was going to call it solstice if I had it on the solstice. Well, anyway, that day came and went. I was sat in my paddling pool in my living room waiting to push him out. That day, honestly, that was a really long day. To say that it was like a short day, it was a long day for me. So that never happened. And oh God. So that day it come, it gone. No babe, no druid baby come out. I tried everything. I had all the curries. I was sat in water. I had, you know, a bit of fun with, oh man, my sexy ass man. Nothing was shifting it. Nothing was getting things going. And then we had Christmas, because as you know, if I had it on Christmas, I was going to call it Jesus. Christmas came and went, and I was just, you know, my kids were like, Mum, it's Christmas, and we're having like Christmas dinner. I'm like, he's making it. Just get it all out the freezer. It's all there. Turkey Twizzlers all round. And still no, you know, I waited all day. I stayed in that pedaling pool all anyway. Boxing Day come and the kids is getting off the wall, too excited, ate too much chocolate. And then, you know, some of them had upset stomachs. I'm like, you're just going to have to deal with it. I can't. I'm in the paddling pool. And then the worst thing happened. It sprung a leak. I only went and sprung a leak. I thought, you got to be kidding me. I can't believe this. I'm about to give birth to the most important spiritual druid baby in the world. The deep staters are desperate to swap this baby for a clone. I've had to keep out of the hospital because I know that it was all going to kick off if I went in. And now I've sprung a leak, so I had to get in the bath. So I did. I got in the bath, and then I could feel some twinges happening, right? And then I thought, oh God, well, I'm going to have him here. I mean, I gave it a quick swill out before I got in, so it was clean enough, but I just couldn't believe it. You know, I had a bit of mulled wine to help me out. And then I just had to start pushing. And eventually, well, it didn't take long. He just flopped out, really. Had a bit of a swim round in the bath. And then we went down the hospital. It was all right. It was quite a good night, really, in the end. I had a drink. I'm like, right, all right, you get feeding him. We're bottle feeding. I'm having a drink. And we celebrated it, you know. We did all that, wetting the baby's head and all that. You know, I had a few tins. And it was all right. It was but it was beautiful. You know, the baby's beautiful and that. Obviously not as beautiful to me, but he is beautiful. There was a little bit of an argy-bargy with my man, because he said, hold on, that baby's complexion's a bit different, isn't it? It's a little bit darker than me and you. What's going on there? And I went, excuse me, love, that's a druid baby. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to imply here, mate? What are you trying to say? And once I explained that that's how druids look when they come out, he was all right. He's like, actually does look a bit like me. He does. Yeah, I can see it now. I'm like, I can see it. Everyone can see it. So obviously it's just a magical druid baby. And that's what happens sometimes. You can look it up in science and shit. It will tell you that. It tells you that it's totally normal. It does happen, but also it's magical in it. It's definitely magical. So he's out. Obviously I couldn't call him Solstice. I couldn't call him Jesus. And so we're just thinking of names really at the moment. I don't really know. I had it all sewn up, you see, thinking Solstice, Yule, if I had him on Christmas Eve, I would have been a little bit modern and called him Eve, even though it was a boy. But that didn't happen. Can't call him Jesus. If he come on Boxing Day, I was going to call him Tyson, but that never happened. Honestly, what a selfish druid. Proper selfish baby, innit? Coming on a day that didn't have no meaning. So I was a bit upset, to be honest. But Archangel Michael said that that's exactly how it was supposed to be. So maybe I'll call him Michael. I don't know. I can't decide. Anyway, it's just baby at the moment. It's just baby. I love him and that. I probably do. But at the moment, it's all about me. It's about me and how I'm feeling and my body, because my body is a temple. And I ain't going to do nothing to, you know, to hurt this beautiful body of mine that is so spiritual and shit. You know, do you know what I mean? So, yeah. So I'm just so happy that it's all, you know, that it's all turned out well and that I am getting my figure back. Because I need to go on holiday. I'm exhausted. This has been the most exhausting time for me. I need an holiday to get over this. So I'm going to speak to my no man, old man, ex-man, no man. I'm going to speak to him and tell him, look, you've seen what I've been through. You've seen all what I've had to put up with. I'm absolutely shattered. I need an holiday, and just see what he says. I'm sure he'll say yes. He's happy to pay out. I mean, we went Paphos a few months ago, so I know he's got the money. I just really need the break right now. I'm sure one of my other kids is going to absolutely love babysitting a new baby brother. So it's all going to be amazing. Anyway, it was a beautiful birth. I think I was a bit drunk at the time, to be honest, and I had a bit too much gas and air. But, you know, he just plopped out, really. I mean, I've had 4 before him, so, you know, it was just quite easy for him to come out. You know, here I am. I didn't even need to leave my house. I just went to sleep after that. It was all right. Anyway, I've got to go because I think I think I can hear him crying. I just want to make sure someone's going to deal with him because something on the telly that I really want to watch. So I'll see you all later. Anyway, remember, you're all really spiritual people and you matter. You matter. Love and light. Love and light, everyone. Love and light. Right. Okay. She really did have a baby, by the way. I was like, who is this elusive T.I.? I'll never tell. I'll never tell. But she has had a baby now. And it probably was a bit like that. I don't think she put a cig out the whole time. Well, she certainly didn't for her entire pregnancy. But anyway, right. Who haven't we had yet? Who haven't we had? We've had a lot of ladies. We've done Janice. We've done T.I. We've done Vicky Peg. We've done Kerry. We've done Lyman. Who else do you want to see? Who else? Who else? Who else? Now, Chia Maria, I don't do David Baloney. I refer to him, but I don't actually do him. I talk about him in other ways. Everyone knows me to do well. No, I can't. I don't think I can. Oh no. I like it when Will does that. Oh no. No, I can't do well. Right. Skype. Okay, give me a minute, Chimera, because oh god, I gotta move these drinks just a bit further back because oh god. Why are all the... Has anyone else got small flies waking up and coming into their house, or is it just me? Like small little like fruit flies. I've got loads of plants in my house and I think they must live in the soil and they're just waking up. It's not my fault. It's never my fault. You know, if something happened to that baby, it wouldn't have been my fault. I just want you lot to know that. All right, Chia Maria. Okay. Oh, I've got a t-shirt. Hang on. God, Sky Prince is probably one of the worst gaslighters in the spiritual grifting world. Like, I go after her because my mind is blown with how she can just rinse and repeat the same stuff over and over again and make so much YouTube revenue out of her videos, promising something that does not exist. Blows my mind. So I can't leave it. I'm going to get really hot putting this on. God damn it. The things I do for you lot. I bought this to do Phil. That's to do Phil for Will. But it's working out quite well for Skype. So yeah. Oh man. Ugh. Oh, where's my wig? Oh. When I put this on, it's always a good reminder to just put that cake down, and you don't need another slice because it's not a good look on me, is it? Right. G'day, you 3D glass. Right, hello. So I know that the last video that I was telling you about the med beds and when they're coming, and that we had also set up a demo. It was a demo of a med bed, and I was going to go on the med bed and show you how it works. And it was supposed to be on the 17th, of December. I was totally ready for it. I kid you not. I was ready for it. I was set up. I was ready to go. And then I got a call from the Alliance, and they said, look, you know, we're going to have to pull it because it's not secure. And so I couldn't do it anymore. And I'm like, nah, what am I going to tell my audience? They totally believe that this is going to happen. And what can I possibly say? I mean, you know, they need this. They need this to happen. And they said, you're going to have to take one for the team. So I'm here to say I'm sorry about that. I know I promise a lot of things and then nothing happens, and it's not my fault. It's, in a way, it's your fault because you're not as developed as, if you're going to blame me for why stuff didn't happen and why we couldn't do this, then you're not understanding what it's like to be, you know, moving to 5D in New Earth. New Earth is not for you, because you are going to have to learn to go with the flow. And the fact that you were all in for the 17th, even though I told you it was happening, you were all in on it and you thought this is going to happen, it's definitely going to happen, and then it didn't. That's on you. You did that because you went 3D. You went 3D and you went and totally put all of your eggs in one basket and just assumed that it was definitely going to happen. And the Alliance don't work like that. You know, I'm sorry also about, you know, the noise with the kids and that. Oh God, I hate kids. They're not mine. I don't have any. Just there's a lot of noise here. Oh, I wish these kids would wreck off. You know, they can see that I'm clearly doing a live video and they just need to stop. I hate kids. Oh my God. If honestly in 5D, there's going to be no kids. There's just going to be no kids. And New Earth don't want kids. It's not going to happen because they're just annoying, you know. But anyway, love and light. I'm such a spiritual person. Love and light. You know, it's all about love and forgiveness and feeling connected to one another. That's what 5D is. And what else can I tell you? Oh, the med beds. So when the med beds come, even though I said you had to pay a fee, you know, like a joining fee, and then they were free after that, I didn't say that. That was a deep fake of me saying that. I didn't actually say it. I know it looked like I see. This is, you're being tested all the time. You're getting tested and you keep failing the test. That was not me. I know it looked like me, but it was a deep fake set up. And that, you know, they've got such a great sense of humor, the Alliance. No, they've got a great sense of humor because they knew what they were doing when they set that up, that with me saying that you've got to pay. They got such a good sense of humor because they knew you would fall for it, and more fool you, because you're not going to 5D. You're not going to New Earth. It's not for you. I'm just, you know, I don't set up these tests. The Alliance do. The spiritual people do, right? I just go along with it because I'm following orders. And if they say, you know, tell them this, tell them that, and then walk it back, you're not lying, you're testing. There's lies and there's tests. And right now, I'm not trying to dump on you, but you are failing all the tests because you keep falling for the lies. I'm not taking any money off anyone for anything apart from all the spiritual courses that I'm running. Apart from that, I'm not taking any other money. So if you get an email from me asking you for money, it's not me. You know, I know it's confusing, but it's none of this is my fault. It's probably yours. I don't know why, but it probably is. So you're just going to have to get a little bit more with the 5D program, or you're going to get left behind. You will be left behind. And that's you. That's on you. It's nothing to do with me. All right. So I've got horses to feed because I definitely have horses. And sometimes I stand in a field telling you that I've got horses and they're over there. I don't know why I never turn the camera and point them at the horses. I just feel like you want to see me more. So you're just going to know if I tell you I'm feeding my horses and looking after them, that you know that that's exactly what I'm doing. So anyway, I better go feed the horses, and I'll see you all later. And you know what? If you're not on board with what I'm saying, you can just wreck off. I don't need you in my life. But love and light, everyone. Love and light. Have a great day. Love ya. Love you all. Yeah, no, yeah, I do. I love you. And I'll see you soon. See you later. Now I've got to take it all off again. Disappearing. She's so lovely, isn't she, Sky? Such a nice person. Right, hold on. Oh God, I nearly pulled my own top up then. Not even drunk. Nearly stripped. Oh God, I don't know if actually anything did come up then. Oh God. Well, that would have been. Would she have called that instant karma? Oh, I don't know. Maybe she would. Instant karma, mocking me. Oh man. Oh, you don't need to see that. Right, let me spin back. Tolkien study. Thank you so much for the super chat. Cheers. This is more than I gave CW Chanter and Jim E. Brown. Thanks for all the. Oh, you are so sweet. And love to see W. Chanter. I've not spoken to him for a while. Who's Jim E. Brown? Don't know who he is. Sounds interesting. Oh, Sandy, I hope I'm not insulting you with my deliberately poor attempt at a Canadian accent. It's a bit South Park deliberate, you know, when I do that. It's a lovely accent, the Canadian accent, but I deliberately overdo it South Park style because I don't like Janine. That's the only reason why. It's the same with Sky. Like, I'm obviously butchering an Australian accent because I don't like Sky. Not because I don't like Australians, because they're awesome. Right. Let me spin back a little more. I like that you all talk amongst yourselves in the chat, by the way. I love that. Kate, I'm glad that you have this issue with... They're driving me nuts. I just keep finding them everywhere. I don't know how one's managed to get into this room because I don't have any plants in here, but it's very annoying. Right. That Skype-sponsored boot camp has been quite... Oh, God. Hating kids equals very 5T, isn't it? She literally... So, okay, so let me just go over that. This is what she does on her... She does these lives, but then she will make sure she disables comments afterwards, so you can't write on any of her videos. And she'll just talk absolute garbage about why this hasn't happened, why that hasn't happened. Just utter nonsense. And it just blows my mind. And then she'll gaslight her audience and, oh, well, you're just not developed enough. And I keep testing you. Like, whenever she has to walk back predictions that she's made, or when the med beds are coming, or when the RV's happening, or all this kind of nonsense. And then the date goes by, she'll go, I was testing you. I was testing. She also has this, her voice goes high when she's clearly lying, which is like most of the time. So I give her a bit more of a deep, almost manly voice. She doesn't really have a manly voice. She has quite a feminine voice. And she does this nervous laugh when she's lying. So she'll go, okay, okay. When she's like moving on to the, all right. I'm like, oh my God. It's like Lyman and his, when he's talking absolute bollocks, she'll do this nervous laugh. It's not like Vicky Peg. It's different. Okay. Yeah. Gems know what I'm talking about. It's awful. But it's a dead giveaway that she's talking out of her arse. Anyway, Sumo Sky. Right, okay. I think, let me just go forward again. Backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. Oh, rabbits. Rabbits got some gossip. Ceci, I had a hell of a scrap with Jinjo. I love that I call her Jinjo. There's another, I think she's another grifter called Ginger, but because they're Australian, she's got to call her Jinjo. I had so much fun. I'll send Intel Lady the transcript. Yes, please. I ripped the Medbed Mob a new one. Oh, well done, Rabbit. It's good to send Rabbit in to wind everybody up. It's so much fun. Sandy, I'm so glad that you're here and you found some like-minded people to be silly with, because I think we really need it, especially after this year. We absolutely need just silliness, don't we? Oh gosh, yeah. Mark, are you asking for Mad Max Maddie? Because we're nearing the end. Oh, hi, the Q idiot. Nice to see you in the chat, and Happy New Year. What did I say? What? Oh, let me skip ads. Skip ads. Right. Mad Max Maddie. Yes. Yes, much silliness. Much silliness. Right. I think we've not had Fraudy either, have we? We could maybe do Mad Max Maddie and Fraudy. I feel like there needs to be more men involved in this. Where's she gone? Oof. What's she been up to lately, Mad Max Maddie? Has anyone seen anything that she's been doing? Because I actually haven't checked in on her in a while. I can't imagine it's anything different from what she's been doing for the last few years, really, just talking absolute bollocks to people about her life, which is total fiction. Sorry, I'm just there's a hook on my wig. I just need to rehook. Dee-dee. Oh, hey, it's me. It's Mad Max Maddie. Oh, y'all, I am so excited to see you all here tonight. You know, I've been doing my usual raids and totally kicking ass and taking names. Well, not necessarily taking names, but just totally kicking ass. Just so y'all know, I'm totally strapped. I always have my piece with me. It's just so feminine and beautiful like me. I always have to have it strapped. So, yeah, so don't worry. I'm always ready for danger. So I have been doing lots of incredible charitable things, raising money for victims of bad things that happen that I can't say because I would be totally demonetized if I said these things. But what these guys do, and what I get moved into. I now I totally rescue people that were pulled into a world of, hold on, I've got it here. I rescue people from this world, which was this was totally my world. This is exactly what happened to me in my life. I didn't choose to do it, even though all of my family members came forward and said that I did. They're totally lying because they're so jealous of me. But I was totally forced into that world myself. And now I'm raising money for people who also were, and I'm totally sending that money to where it needs to go. I am not embezzling anything at all. It's all going to the right people. And, you know, I know a thing or two about the legalities of things like that because, as y'all know, I'm totally qualified as an attorney. And here is my certificate that I got. Can you see that? It says Mad Max Maddie and a love heart at the end because that's totally how they write the Supreme Court of the United States of America. That's legit, totally legit. And they wrote that in red pen and drew a love heart. Okay? That is I am totally qualified. I am absolutely qualified to give legal advice. And I do, you know, when I rescue all of the mole children and also people who have been in this situation, I give them all of my totally amazing legal knowledge. And I just push them into the right places. And I fundraise. I set up fundraisers, really fun fundraisers, and I get people to dig deep and just give away some of their hard-earned cash so that these hard done by people, some of them are really hard done by, can have somewhere safe to live. And that's what I feel is the most important thing because I am such a humanitarian. I am so loving and giving and feeling, and y'all know that. And just because I'm strapped doesn't mean I'm hard. I am so soft, and I love Jesus. I am down on my knees daily praying to Jesus and saying, I had my come to Jesus moment many times, many times. And I just feel that I connect with him in a way that no one else in the world has ever been able to connect with him. And I speak his name, and, he calls my name. And when he calls my name, it's like a little prayer. And, I'm down on my knees, and his voice will just take me there. So it's beautiful. And, I need you to feel what I'm feeling, y'all, because I'm feeling the love right now. And I know that I have so many people who admire me solely on the really hard work that I've put in over the years. And I love y'all for that. And so I'm going to be back in 2024. Big year, a lot of rescues. And I'm packing heat. And I'm going to go and rescue all the mole children just in time for the election. And it's just going to be such a beautiful thing in Jesus' name. Everything I do is in Jesus' name, and legal, totally legal. And I'm going to be back soon. So I love y'all, and I'll see y'all later. Love you. Love Jesus. Love y'all. Love y'all. Right. Just take a swig of thick syrup with alcohol in it. Woo! Right. One more. Should we do one more? One more. Maddie, I was doubting you were really a lawyer, but having seen your certificate, I'm so sorry for ever doubting you. Thank you. I think that was a heartfelt apology. I felt that. Right. Okay. Fraudy. Okay. Shall we bring Fraudy in? I know you're missing him. I'm missing him. You're all missing him. Let's bring Fraudy in, shall we? Well, hello, everyone. Hello there. I know I'm really missing you all. Apart from those of you who obviously pay the €11 a month to be part of my Insiders Club. I've been a bit busy going on holidays. Flat Pack wants to go to Brazil, so packed her up, went to Brazil. Spoke with some white hats, spoke with a lot of higher ups, a lot of good guys, and they said that the QFS is any day now. And I know you think, where have I heard that before? But it really is now. We're in the end game, as they say, the end game. And it's all about the money, isn't it? It's all about the RV. It's when that comes, then the freedom comes. And the other thing you're probably wondering, and you've seen me lately, and you've thought to yourself, by God, Fraudy, you've lost a lot of weight. Well, I have. Flat Pack's put me on a diet and told me because I had a collapse earlier in the year. When people said that it was because I'm built for comfort, not for speed. Let's just put it that way. I was built for comfort, not for speed. And as a result of that, I had a funny turn because I got very high cholesterol. No, that's not what happened. I got off the plane and I was immediately ascended to 5D. I was ascended to 5D. And when I got there, I said, I've got to go back. Flat Pack's waiting and I've got a conference to do. So I'll just have to go in an ambulance and just calm myself down, ready to do the conference with Lyman. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. They did send me back to 3D to be with Flat Pack, and then I couldn't do the conference because some nosy blighters found out where it was, got it cancelled, and everyone had to go home. So it was very unfortunate. So we had to go all the way back to Spain. But it's all right because we went to Brazil, went to a few other places.
Keep paying your €11 a month for my Insiders Club, please. Flat Pack wants another holiday. She said she wants to go back to the Maldives. So I think we'll probably do that. I've been playing a lot of golf. When I went to Brazil, I played golf. I went to see Christ the Redeemer. And I didn't burst into flames, which was a win-win for me. And then I went and played a lot of golf after that. So it was great. We had a great time. And we all said that we'd love to go back to Brazil because Flat Pat loves a Brazilian. That's what I heard. That's what she said. Anyway, I better go. Keep paying me that sweet, sweet €11 a month for all the inside intel that I get you that's definitely true and accurate. Keep paying up, keep coughing up nicely for me. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you again in 2024 when we're getting a Trump win for sure. Nothing's going to go wrong this time, and he's definitely coming back, but in a sort of winning an election sort of a way, rather than a reinstatement sort of a way, like I told you for the last 3 years. But anyway, I'll see you again very soon in 2024. And remember, folks, Jesus loves you. And I'm spent. Oh, gosh. Right. That hurt my arm after a while. He's got a heavy head, though, really, this Fraudy. All your zims and dongs. I forgot to talk about the zims and the dongs. Those poor people that bought all those zims, though. I do feel a bit sorry for them. I wonder how much money they spent on completely worthless currency. It's really bad. I hope they get the comeuppance in 2024. I really do. Well, I'm glad you've all had fun. Thank you. Oh, hi, welcome to the show. You came in a bit late. I'm about to wrap it up. Everyone's on different time scales, though, aren't they? Everyone's in different time zones, so I can't always get you here at the same time. But I do appreciate when you do come and spend a little bit of time and say hello. And I know you've all got really busy lives, but come on, it's, the day before New Year's Eve. So you're all in tonight because you're all out partying tomorrow. Tomorrow, before you all go your separate ways. I'm back tomorrow, but not live. It is my 2023 Intel Lady blooper reel tomorrow, 9 p.m. UK time. Sorry, I can't tell you all the other time zone times, but 9 p.m. UK time is, you're going to watch every time I ballsed up in 2023. There's loads missing. I sent a load to Rick, and I think I sent it to the wrong email address. I sent it to his old defunct email address, and I realized today that there's a few missing. I'm like, never mind. There's enough of them to make you go, Christ. God, she balls us up a lot and makes herself laugh. The thing is, when I do laugh at stuff, it's because I don't have a script. Like, I don't write scripts. I just off the cuff stuff. And sometimes I make myself laugh with ridiculous things, and then I get it in my head, and then I can't stop. So yeah, and I also have, mishaps with lighting and all sorts of nonsense. So you'll see that tomorrow, 9 p.m. I will be in the chat. Join me in the chat. And we will have a final. It's 9.5 minutes long. It's not a long video, but we will have a giggle at my expense. You can all laugh at me tomorrow. And that will be wonderful. Thank you so much for all of your... Is there anyone silly out there you would collaborate with? Or are you a lone wolf lady? No, I would collaborate. I have collaborated with Stephen Cambion on Truth Seekers. I did a character for Stephen that, well, I didn't necessarily collaborate with him, but I did it for his channel. He wanted... He had this concept in his head of an out-of-work stripper who fell on hard times during the pandemic and needed the work, so she came to be his UFO announcer. So she'd just be like the girl at the desk going, just in. It was a bit naughty, but I did that for his channel. And I do stuff for Will Bird's Cold Beer Confessional channel as well occasionally. He never asks me, I just dump it on him. Poor Will, he's like, oh God, she sent me something else. But yeah, I do Kim Cookage for Will. Kim Cookage is ridiculous. She's I call her Kim Cuckold. She's absolutely crackers, is that woman. And I do enjoy doing her. I think she needs to come on and do a show with Will on his channel. She can be the guest host with Will. Kim and Will doing a show together. That'd be good fun. But yeah, no, I work with. I enjoy working with other people. It's fun. I get more out of, you know, back and forthing with people. I like that a lot. Sorry, that was a very long, drawn out answer to your question. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah, if I haven't said thank you so much for the super chats. You've blown me away with your generosity tonight. You are all so lovely. I hope that I have sung for my supper enough and entertained you enough. And if you've come in at the end, please go back to the start, because I've done quite a lot of characters tonight. So I hope that it was enough to entertain you. I love live streaming and being silly with you all. I love the banter in the chat. I love that you're all chatting with each other and making friends with each other, and that you're all respectful and hilarious as well. And yeah, please come and join me for a final giggle at the horrible year that was 2023. And yeah, I'm really, really grateful for all of your support, your love, your kindness. Oh my God, I've done 2 hours and 20 minutes nearly. That's why my throat's a bit sore. And I'm overheating. So I better go before more flies come and attack me. I will see you all tomorrow, 9 p.m. UK. It's a 9.5-minute video of me making a complete tit of myself, laughing at my own jokes and ballsing up my lines, especially the bloody TikTok ones, which just do my head in. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. And if I don't see you tomorrow, Happy New Year. And I'll see you in the madness that will be 2024. See you soon. Thank you for all your support in 2023. Love you all. Bye, 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 bye.